Hi everybody, it's Becky. We're in my kitchen today so we can make some glowing gummy candies that look like LEDs. To make the simple gummy candy recipe, we need some plain gelatin, a box of sweetened jelly dessert mix, as well as cold water. I like to add ascorbic acid for the tartness, and the special ingredient that makes the candies glow under black light is vitamin B2 powder. You'll also need some candy syringes and a food-safe mold to make these candies, which you can buy in all kinds of fun shapes like bears and hearts and stars and stuff, but not in the shape I wanted, so I made my own mold. Flashback to a few years ago when I first made LED gummies as one of my Adafruit projects. I used foam core, hot glue, and a few packs of 10mm LEDs to construct a mold form. I had ordered food-safe silicone online, which comes in 2 parts, measured it by weight, and mixed the 2 parts very, very thoroughly before pouring it into my mold form. My colleague Paige wrote an amazing free online Instructables class on mold making and casting if you want to learn more about how to do those things properly. I'll put a link down below. After removing the mold from the form, the instructions for my food-safe silicone said to bake it at a low temperature for several hours and then give it a regular hand wash before using. This one goes in the freezer for now. When I made this project the first time, I made a major oversight in not lighting up the candies themselves, so today I'm here to fix that. I knew about the B2 trick from the Kryptonite candy project video I had made from Britliv's Instructable even a few years before the LED gummies, but I just plumb forgot to try it out. I've had this ever since then. Additionally, today we're going to take things one step further and experiment with embedding tiny surface mount LEDs inside the gummies as well. Those won't be for eating, though. Okay, let's get started with our first batch of candies. Oh wait, one more thing. The LED candies need LED legs or they just won't look right. Way back when, Matt Griffin modeled for me this tiny little toothpick-like piece of 3D printed plastic using Tinkercad. So I printed out a fresh batch in silver PLA filament. 16 of them print in 15 minutes, so it's easy to churn out a whole bunch. Okay, back to the candy. Start with a 1/3 cup of cold water in a heat-resistant mixing vessel. Slowly sprinkle in 3 packets of plain gelatin as you stir to keep it free of lumps. Let the mixture rest on the counter for 10 minutes or so the water and gelatin can dissolve completely. While you wait, you can set up a pan of warm water on the stove to simmer. After 10 minutes, move your mixing vessel into the simmering pan to melt the gelatin down. Don't bother stirring it now, you'll only introduce unwanted air into the mix. Once it's completely melted, add in the packet of jelly dessert mix slowly and stir even more slowly to reduce the amount of added air, which can make the candy cloudy. Turn off the heat and then add the ascorbic acid and vitamin B2 and stir to dissolve. Put the mixture in the fridge for about 5 minutes to get it to cool down and also separate into layers. As the air leaves the mixture, it leaves super clear candy at the bottom and cloudier candy up top. So if you want like clear lens LEDs or diffused lens LEDs. The gummy stuff is kind of difficult to clean, so I set up my station with parchment to catch any drips and my 3D printed LED legs nearby. While that one's cooling, I'm gonna prep another batch. The B2 looks a little granular in the fridge, so I'm gonna try with this batch, I'm gonna try adding the B2 powder to this step, and then I'll cook it with the gelatin and see if that'll help it dissolve a little better. After the candy has cooled a little, use the candy syringe to pull up the super clear stuff from the bottom, then squeeze it into each cavity of the mold. There's a sweet spot as the candy cools that will make the placement of the LED legs easy, but also with holding power. Don't expect a 100% yield on these. Some will be much less perfect than others. Allow the candies to cool, optionally chilling them down to speed up the process. Then flex the molds to take them out. For this batch, I want to make yellow LEDs, but I don't have any yellow Jell-O, so I'm kind of just making my own out of a 1/4 cup of sugar and another packet of gelatin here. And then when this melted gelatin that has the B2 in it comes off the heat, I'll add in a couple drops of this yellow food coloring, as well as the ascorbic acid for that Sour Patch-like tartness. Shine a little UV light on the candies to watch them glow. To take this concept further, I pulled out my surface mount LEDs and I soldered some wires onto them, which I then wound around the 3D printed legs before inserting in the candies. Remember, don't eat these, they have solder on them. Even if it's lead free, that stuff is no good. Okay, let's try out the ones with the electronics in them. Wow, that's great. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, let's try a green one. Yeah, okay, not half bad. It depends on where it's placed inside. I'd like to see it like a little lower down maybe. Let's see if there's one here that's a little lower. Super cool. And the red one? The red ones didn't come out so evenly, or so straight. Okay, yeah. Thanks so much for watching, folks. If you liked this project, please give this video a thumbs up, check out the tutorial and the link in the description, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I release new videos just about every week about DIY technology, crafts, and my life here in New York City. See you next time.